Hey guys, Saturday. What are we looking at today? Well, of course you already know that because I said it yesterday. Just kidding, I don't mean to go all hostile on you. We're looking at Bourbon Barrel Aged Scotty Karate Scottish Ale from Dark Horse. This one bumps up to 9.75, just missing the bare minimum. And I mean bare minimum, so this one doesn't even count. The bottle cap looks something like that. Who cares? And what should I open it with? All things considered, the Soldier. Love me a good Scottish ale. Hopefully this is one of those. Well, it's dark, but light makes it through it, so we don't need to do the old light. Oh, just that buttery, malty, like big fruit, like raisins, like big fruit, like Hefty 67 kind of big fruit. Let's drink. Oh. Okay, started to get some push. Oh man, that is good. Just coats the inside of your mouth. Another Hefty 67 reference. This might even be a... I know it misses the mark JR10 Desert Gold, but... Oh, it's not like super sweet, like... Well, then again, I'm not even sure what it is that... Where you draw the line between this really could have been sweeter or this is pretty sweet. This has got some pretty decent sweetness to it. Oh, and then you just get all those flavors come rushing on. Oh, I should have got more of these. Then again, when they're a single beer, they're never giving them away. Backing up to some mist stuff from the Crazy Scotsman. The Crazy Scotsman, the question is what load is she carrying? I'm assuming you were talking about yesterday's picture. I don't know. Also, is that Full Metal Jacket or Hollow Points? Okay, what exactly was I talking about yesterday? See, sometimes, because there's alcohol involved, a reference would be helpful. Oh, maybe you're talking about the 5906. The 5906 is a damn fine gun, nice addition to the collection, my friend. Yeah, actually, it's kind of funny that you say that because, like I said, I put the stock grips back on it after putting the Hogue on there, and today I completely disassembled it, took the slide all apart, and put it in the ultrasonic cleaner for like 4 cycles, and then made sure everything was good, cleaned everything out, you know, checked the firing pin, the springs, and all that shit before I put everything back together. Now let's assume, Crazy Scotsman, you were talking about this. I have another mag in my back pocket, which starts off with an Underwood 180 grain hollow point from Underwood, but this mag is 17 rounds, and it's +1, and this mag is staggered, so it's a rest in peace, rest in pieces, a rest in peace, and an Underwood, and then a rest in peace, and then an Underwood, and then a rest in peace, so on and so forth until the threat subsides. So it got a full bath, and actually the fluid wasn't all that dirty, but that's okay. I enjoy taking them apart. Actually, the thing that I noticed right away is after all that the super soaker action on the grips, the grip feels like it has a little bit more grip to it again. Now that maybe over the years oil had leaked or reeked into the plastic and was just giving it a, but it feels a little bit more positive right now. So that's what I did today, and because before I had a chance to put it all back together, we went out and about and picked up some stuff. So the carry gun today was this. I thought about carrying the actually thought about carrying the Kimber, but again I really like having something that, you know, between this and my back pocket, I got a buttload of ammo on me. So, and by the time you see this, it'll already be up. But I got the video done from my tag from the crazy Scotsman. Yeah, Scotsman answering a Scotsman's question. Another comment on the mist. Mad Dog Morris. Excuse me, Woob 308. That's the hat right there. Well, I know what I was wearing. That was the President, 45th President of the United States of America. Donald Trump. Another missed one from summertime from my friend J-Dog. The woman says I was supposed to say titties and beer when I was there. Well, you can do that next time. Ben N first. Joey Cuz first. Joey. Zeus. Drinking is fun. Gun glutton. Coke is even more fun. And I'm guessing that you're not talking about the trademarked one. Jenny Concho first. Okay, first thumbs up. Zeus. Cool fan. Free speech and a warm gun. Bulwark 1911. Hey, did you all hear those Olympic anti-FA folks are planning on a mass riot on July 2nd? Yeah, apparently their goal is to bring the entire country to its knees. Good luck, snowflakes. You'll need it. Yeah, go ahead and bring it on. I won't make a comment out loud that would be recorded, but let's just say that I really hope that there's never a line of protesters trying to stop my vehicle, because it's illegal for them to be protesting in the street, and I really got to get where I'm going. J-Dog here, top 10. Don, Trees Alone, Stars and Stripes, Never Looked So Good, top 10. JR10 Desert Gold. Actually, Brad is right on target. Low carb is the answer. That is why I was referring to the glycemic index, glycemic load post. I have it. And now call on all of Eric's family to help Eric in his quest. From henceforth, let us all send Michelob Extra Light Beer. After a few days of this fine brew, the Irishman will be on his knees saying, "Fuck potatoes. Give me a real beer. My kingdom is it's real beer." Yeah. Well, I'd like to point out that yes, you guys are all right, and that is what will be happening moving forward. This was simply a reboot, not a change of life, just a chance. I mean, a small window towards a bigger end game. I mean, this isn't the forever part. This is what it is a reboot. 15 days, 20 days total. And after that, it will be sitting down and making out, say, a week or two in advance of food, meal planning, and not doing the whole get a pizza, get a hamburger, get whatever, let's just go grab something, that kind of shit. But yes, keeping tabs on all of that stuff is very important. I mean, like Chris said, Chris goes, she said, her main reason for doing this is because both Phil and Joe from the documentary both had exactly what Christine has, and by the time they were done, we're not talking about 20 days, we're talking about, within the year. Neither one of them were taking any medication anymore. Oh, harmonics, I love it. So, and she's noticed since we've started doing all this that she has cut way back on getting rashes and taking her medication for that. J-Dog, laugh out loud, it wasn't a surprise. Okay, well, that's good. Surprise! J-Dog built his fiance a AR-15. That's what the rifle was for. J-Dog, I had a Baconator for lunch, and you can go fuck yourself. J-Dog, can't fix stupid, but it sure is fun trying with a hammer. Yeah, absolutely. Red Thong. Well, you got to that part. J-Dog, I had to duck so I didn't hit the tubes. I've broken some B4s, not fun. Oh, I can imagine that pop happening right there by your ear. J-Dog, that hyperfire trigger is going to cost me money because I want one. Oh, dude, when we go shooting, that will seal the fate. My Justin gun has a hyperfire, and so does the 24-inch build, or commonly known as the rifle that Ammohead 73 didn't get for his birthday. William Geist, almost sober enough to drink some more. Freedom. Tardicia, Stars and Stripes Forever. Trump Train. Absolutely. Wow, it's like a whole essay. This is from Dragon's Tooth from someone named Blair Slavin. So about your thoughts on minimum wage being raised, consider the quote from JFK. The rising tide lifts all the boats. A rising tide lifts all the boats, so saying that become more and more common in recent decades is so often used in economics and political context. The alphaisms, a rising tide lifts all boats, is associated with the idea that improvement in the general economy will benefit all participants in that economy. So hopefully you will be open-minded enough to realize that you are not an economist, and maybe you will find once minimum wage goes up, it won't affect the cost of stuff as much as you think. Remember when McDonald's hamburgers were 5 cents each? I bet nowadays you don't mind their burgers are don't think their burgers are too expensive. You probably think they're rather cheap. Minimum wage have come up as well since that time. Food for thought. Well, Blair, I don't think that a fucking person should be making $16 to $18 an hour as their first job. It's called a starter job, Blair. So, no, I don't completely agree with all of your comments, but you'll probably never see this because you left it on Dragon's Tooth, which is probably, I don't even know, a year or more old. So in a year or two, when you catch up to this video, you'll see this comment. Minimum wage Again, the minimum wage is a starting point in one's career. I mean, seriously, I have worked my ass off to get to where I am, and if I could go over to McDonald's and make $18 an hour, I probably would, because for even though it would be a significant cut in pay, it's also a significant cut in responsibility. It's like, oh, yeah, we should pay these people a lot of money to decide how long to squeeze the fucking ketchup container. Moving on. You're right, I'm not an economist, but I have a fucking brain, Blair. Ed, hi. Joey Cuz, I think I heard John Solar 283 bid $290 for that knife. What is he talking about? Well, he's talking about, well, this one's mine. John Solar and a few other of you guys have flat out said that you want this knife. Well, I guess we'll see if I get any help at all. So here's a flyby of mine. Yeah, I know it was made in China, but you know what? I can show you a whole lot of knives made in China that are like fucking $400. So I think it's a classy ass knife, and it's from Eric, and I know Eric, so, and now Brandy. So here's what I'm going to do, and I'll let you know if I get any feedback or no feedback at all, or what happens. Local Ray could, actually, I guess J-Dog could tell me that. I don't even know what month this was the man can knife for. I am going to need that, because if I do a video or when I contact them, I would like to be able to reference this, and I want to actually make that email maybe tomorrow. So J-Dog, you know, when you see this, if you want to text me what month this was the man can knife for, so I can reference it so they know what I'm talking about. But I am going to email Brandy, and I'm going to tell her that I have one of these, a virgin, that has not been used and carried, still in the box, and I want to do a little auction and sell it to the highest bidder. So if they know people that want one and they're all out, maybe they'll help. But I want to give the proceeds to that man. Maybe keep enough out to buy a lower parts kit or something. After all, that knife did cost me some. I gave J-Dog a bunch of parts, and I would like to give him some more, because what I gave him I don't feel is was equal to what this was selling for at the time. So I wanted to make sure that it was fair to him, and both of us were looking for some lower parts kits. So if like NIHAP or some of you guys that crawl the internet looking for good deals all the time, if anyone runs across some really good prices on some lower parts kits, which is probably happening today or tomorrow or Monday, yeah, someone let me know. But that was the plan, is to maybe do that and see if I can get any help from Iraq veteran Brandy and Eric on that. Jim 33rd, fuck off, bitches. Jim, I need to get in touch with you. Ed, beautiful flag behind you. America, cheers. Still the case today, Ed. Wade, Big Ricknet Papa, just admiring the lovely flag you have and dreaming of going where this man has never gone before. My hollow point. Speaking of the military, fragging comes to mind when I watch your videos. Here you go, Chuck. Chuck, when are you going to do blog radio? I mean, I know you're an egomonger and all, and your fans have been requesting it for quite a while, so come on, Chuck, blog radio. Mr. Holster, 201, outstanding. I think I actually beat that today. I'll give that a thumbs up. I'll even give Chuck's a thumbs up. Hey, I'll give Big Red Papa's a thumbs up. I'll give Ed's a thumbs up. Fuck Jim. Moving on. Gillian, 426, free speech and America is the best country ever. Amen. Mario Mosen, hey. Mario, fucker. Mario called in last night. I always, no, all kidding aside, I always look, I so look forward to Mario calling that John Solar, me and John Solar talked about it, and then John Solar came up with the funny lawnmower intro. You know you're pretty fucking cool when you call in someone else's show and you have your own theme. Mr. Holster, I always watch or listen to the entire show, but often not all at once. Red Thong. Thank you, sir. I'd honestly like to say the same for all of your videos. You do a lot of videos, and I've got so much shit going on. I try to catch the ones that, again, oh my God, it's clickbait. I watch the ones that have titles that interest me. A lot of times I'll watch a considerable amount of it, and I can't believe how many times I forget to leave some kind of a comment, but I always hit the thumbs up button. I know what I watched yesterday. I don't know. You had the rye whiskey bottle sitting there, and Jack looked like he'd rather be anywhere but hanging out with you. Smile Money. I watch your clickbait. I watch your channels, clickbait or not. Then again, I watch horror movies, train wrecks, and have had my bad judgment called into question by so many people. Laugh out loud. I will definitely give that a thumbs up. Oh, I forgot to give that a thumbs up. Mr. Holster a thumbs up. Josh, FJ55 Iron Pig, Iraq veteran knife, use it to raise money. Better yet, engrave your name on one you use and use the one to raise more money. Seriously, do it. So what you're saying, Josh, is I keep the brand new one. I take the one that I have carried, so I can say that it smells like ebomey, and it's also been lubed by me multiple times. I have someone locally engrave ebomey down the side of it, and then give that one away. That's what you're saying? Question mark. FJ again, Josh. Speaking of knives, anything new with the knife you made? No. I think it got a little splatter on it when we had the pipe incident. That pipe right there. And I was forced to clean it again with some mothers. And unfortunately, this isn't my goal. I'm not trying to do a DJ Alkaline 1. I actually kind of like those rough kind of, the machining marks in there. But every single time I clean this, as you can see, every time I clean this, it gets a little bit more shiny. But I've got I got that butcher block wax on the handle. I mean, it's a wider knife. I mean, I like it. I mean, it'll remove hair, but I can't say that I have it sharp enough right now to call it a legitimate thing. I need to, you know, I need to work it a little bit more. Or I could send it to Chuck, because Chuck has skill when it comes to that kind of shit. I'll give him credit for that. He's got the cool toys and all. Josh again. Did you just say firearms and cookies? Shit, I'm in. Yes, I think I did actually. Josh again. Everyone botching up. Or is that supposed to be bitching about the military and the LEO in general are more than willing to use them to do their dirty work. Same sad story being retold century after century. Thankfully, there are just enough of us that understand the need and have answered the call. Memorial Day is not just one day for me, it is 365 days. I say amen to that because I'm the same way. Because of the opportunity that I had to get to know and meet this man and so many of you. I mean, shit, look at down the line. John Solar, Jim, Johnny Watson, The Real Cobra Burnout, Ed. It's... See, I always hate it when I, like, Chuck, when I start to name names because I don't want to leave anybody out, especially when I should know better. But, you know, there is alcohol involved, and as of right now, this very moment in the time period of this filming, I have had exactly 2 small, basically this much, juice. I did juice for breakfast, and I had juice that I think was supposed to be a snack at lunch, and then I went outside and I mowed, and I did weed and feed on the lawn, and then hung out for a little while with my used to be, and I'm sure you guys probably heard me reference years and years ago, my good friend across the street, a neighbor named Tim, died of fucking cancer. And him and his friend Dan, who used to be my neighbor when I lived out in Fond du Lac, it was kind of funny because the two of them would be sitting in lawn chairs, garage door open, 2 classic cars sitting behind them. You had something broken, they'd fix it. I mean, they helped me get some a broken bolt out of the brake assembly on my Silverado one time. Tim built the whole lower end of a lawn or a snowblower for me. But the two of them would be sitting out there, and they'd be like, "Eric," you know, they'd have a lawn chair already. There'd be 3 lawn chairs, and come on over, open up the cooler. I believe it was PBR that Tim loved. Well, unfortunately, he passed away a few years ago, and his daughter, he left one of his classic cars to her, and she was out cleaning the garage. I'm like, when are you gonna get that thing out of the garage? And she says everything is the car is in stellar shape. Basically what it needs now, after what her dad had done to it, is it needs tires, rear leaf springs, and to be painted. And she's been saving her money, and she's my age, and she's just like, well, I'm planning on starting it yet today. And I go, I'm planning on running my errand and getting my stuff taken care of and coming home doing my brewer review, and then sitting out back smoking a cigar from the Crazy Scotsman and drinking some more beer. She goes, I like beer. And I said, I like the way classic cars sound. So it sounds like a match. I said, if I hear that car start, I'll be over with a beer for you. Which is probably happening right now. It's a dual exhaust, but it's not. It's like a stock system, like before the government told you exactly how it needed to sound. So yeah. But yes, I love and appreciate all of the guys that I know and all the guys that I don't know that were willing to fight and die. I'm not pointing at this. All of us would probably fight and die for a chance to be in that. But for this flag and what it represents, and hopefully stopping the liberal fuckstains from completely destroying this beautiful country. Oh, and quickly, you guys know SDP, Sonoran Desert Prepper. He put up a video today from a lovely young lady who turns out to be his sister, and her thoughts and heart pouring out for the men and women and what Memorial Day represents to her. And it should to all of us, especially if our educational system wasn't run by libtard snowflakes. I will try to remember, and I know I've screwed that up. Nellie Perry, she has her own channel, but if you go over to Sonoran Desert Prepper, usually he always leaves a comment, so you can just find him, go to his channel. The video that he put up is his sister. He put her video on his channel, and it's also on hers. Please, guys, you listen to what she has to say, and I know you are going to click on the link, go over to her channel, and show her the love and support that's what our community does. Right now, she has, as of right now, I subbed with this channel and the ebomey channel. She has, I'm going to hit the reload button because new people might have found it, they have. She has nine subs. So I'm hoping that we, you know, if you say it 3 times, it sticks. Nellie Perry, Nellie Perry, Nellie Perry, Sonoran Desert Prepper, Sonoran Desert Prepper, Sonoran Desert Prepper. Put up a link for her information. So if you don't see it, you know that shit don't work. The Real Cobra Burnout, 18 minutes and 44 seconds. Seriously, you're gonna... I don't know what happened at 18 minutes and 44 seconds. I'm sure it's earth-shattering if you're pointing it out. Hang on, we gotta find out. 12% is the minimum. Hang on here. Whatever it was Brad Thomas. Sugar and starch are the enemies. Very low carb cut out all the sugar. No bread, no potato. That's not gonna work, Brad. No potato. Maybe that's what you're talking about. Rocco Burnout, Red Thong, someone else that made it to that point. Sharky762, I'll watch this brew review tomorrow, as we've just returned home from a day at the beach. That is awesome. That's awesome, my friend. Hitting the reload button to see if his was the last one. Oh, and beat out again. What's that, 2 in a row now? Mr. Holster with I am going to try some free speech. Now, coming from you, I'm not quite sure if that means in one of your videos or if that means the actual beer. This is really good. I don't remember who I had the conversation with. One of you, not a regular, but obviously someone watching and commenting about what is, like, I think it was Bellhaven. Bellhaven is good, but it's got nothing on this. You add everything about the first time I had this, and add that oaky oaky flavors along with what happens in the aging. Now, if they made a batch of this and just picked up the alcohol so it'd cause more shit to go down. 10. This is a 10. You know, if they want to say it was probably $9 a bottle, I would love to have another one and go sit and smoke one of the cigars from the Crazy Scotsman. I'm undecided what to have. Should I have 5.56, 762, or a 50 cal? I know what you're thinking. Tomorrow, if there is a tomorrow. A little something from Bell's. Concentrator Double Bock Beer. Double Bock. Now, I don't know if this is somewhat limited from them or not, because this also had kind of a shocking price. It was like 16 something for a 6-pack, and it was considerably more expensive than almost anything else except for the real specialty stuff like, say, Mars, or 8% by volume, so again, it misses the mark. Brewed for a Fat Tuesday release. Concentrator is a traditional double bock fermented with our house lager yeast. Reddish brown in color, this lager is full-bodied and well balanced, with hints of caramel, blah blah blah, malty fruits. I'm gonna look at this tomorrow. Okay, and I am going to go sit outside and smoke a cigar, so I need to find something good to try. I'm kind of in the mood for an IPA. I do have some more Mars. I think I'm gonna adios myself with this, and if she's got that classic car running, I think she'd be a fan for the Goose, or maybe some Free Speech. I'll bring these with. Okay, guys, cheers. All respect and love for all the men and women in our military. There's nothing that honestly can really be said for what each and every one of you does, and the commitments that you're willing to make, and the commitments, and unfortunately the ultimate commitment that a lot of them have made. Cheers, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow.